Hello, I'm Gregory Vaughn, Chief Technology Officer of GuideStar Clinical Trials Management. Today I will share with you insights and best practices for choosing a clinical trial management system. The right CTMS can make the research program at your hospital more efficient and better organized, but choosing the best solution to fit your needs can be overwhelming. A clinical trials management system is a software system used to manage data associated with clinical trials. The data ranges from the trial participants' contact information to the various trial protocol versions and patient visit schedules. A CTMS can help a research program track the status of regulatory documents, develop and monitor a budget, and reconcile invoices and payments. There are many variations of CTMS, and you must decide which factors are most important for your research program. During this webinar, I will introduce you to clinical trial management systems and discuss how to choose which system is best for your research program. It is important to look at the flexibility of the system, how the system is hosted, the capabilities and functionality of the system, the security features, and of course, the cost. How flexible is the system? The more complex systems require significant configuration and decision-making by the user organization. These systems allow for significant customization, but require more IT support and longer implementation curves. Simpler systems may have a more fixed or predefined structure, with fewer decision points for configuration by the hospital. Who will host the system? The vendor or the client? In a software-as-a-service solution, the vendor fully hosts, supports, and maintains the system on its own IT resources, including server equipment, software licensure, and the people it requires to keep this all going. The client-hosted option requires the hospital to supply all of the necessary resources to support and maintain the system and its prerequisites, such as server operating systems and database management systems. There are many questions to ask of each CTMS vendor that you are evaluating, but first you must determine which capabilities are most important to your program. Can the system help in developing the study budgets? Can invoices and payments be documented and reconciled? Will the system track the various protocol versions or each patient's visit schedule? Will the system provide the necessary features to support both industry-sponsored and investigator-initiated trials? Will the system monitor the pipeline of trials not yet awarded? What are the system's capabilities for ad hoc reporting? Are there facilities for exporting data or real-time database access by external software? These are just a few of the questions you may want to ask about a particular CTMS. Perhaps the most important security questions to ask of a CTMS is, how does the system facilitate use in a HIPAA-compliant and 21 CFR Part 11 compliant manner? Keep in mind that while a system meets HIPAA and 21 CFR Part 11 regulations, maintaining overall compliance is dependent on program and hospital SOPs and staff practices as well as IT infrastructure. Among key security features to evaluate are the ability to configure both group and individual security settings and the existence of an audit trail. Pricing, always the first and last question. How much does it cost? Understanding what features and support come with each CTMS for what price is critical to avoid costly mistakes down the road. The structure of CTMS pricing varies widely. Some systems are purchased from the vendor, while others are leased. Many have a per-user cost, others are metered by number of sites, protocols, or patient visits. Some systems require additional fees for the vendor to help with the implementation process, to host the system, and for customer support. Most will collect ongoing annual fees for support and updates in addition to the purchase price. Be sure to factor the costs of server hardware and software prerequisites and any extra demands on internal staff into the total cost of ownership. There are many questions to ask when researching a CTMS to use in your clinical research program, but careful evaluation will help you to pick the best system for your group. Be sure you understand how flexible the system is, how the system is hosted, specific capabilities of the system, its security features, and what the system of your choice will cost. I appreciate your time today to review the process of selecting a clinical trial management system and the questions that you should ask to better understand each option. GuideStar is committed to building successful clinical research programs, including introducing and implementing the best CTMS for each program. GuideStar Clinical Trials Management works with hospitals and health systems around the country to build, manage, and support clinical research programs. From helping hospitals incorporate a clinical trial strategy to actually managing the research operation through a co-source model, our service delivery is based on operational and financial best practices to ensure optimal results for research programs.